Welcome back to another video with me. You've probably guessed the title, but today we are doing a nice long video for everyone, which is a week of my 9 to 5s, no, a week of my 5 to 9s after my 9 to 5. I like doing these videos because it's a bit of a longer vlog. I feel like a lot of people really enjoy watching them because my aim for them is to be quite realistic. They're really easy to film, especially in midwinter when the vlog content is a bit less frequent because I'm not going out as much. I like to stay inside. These videos are always quite popular, so yeah, welcome in. If you're new to my channel, my name's Charlotte. I do some vlogging, I do some bookish content, and if you've been here before, welcome back. If you've not seen my 5 to 9 content before, I'll give you a little rundown of what my week looks like, what my job is, what that entails, and stuff like that. So if you have seen these videos before, sorry, this bit always seems a bit repetitive, but I like to give some context. So I technically have 2 jobs. The 9 to 5 element of my job is I'm a personal assistant. I'm not quite full-time, so I work 30 hours a week, spread across 4 days, Monday to Thursday, 8 till 4, and my work is usually a mix of work from home and going into the office, so hybrid. This week is looking like quite work from home heavy, but yeah, I usually do 8 till 4. And then the second element of my job, which I think is kind of what makes these videos quite interesting, is that I'm also a part-time content creator on YouTube, on TikTok, so here I am. I guess my aim of these videos is to show you like what I consider a realistic snapshot of my 9 to 5. I'm not super corporate, I don't work in a big high-rise, I work from home a lot of the times. I'm just a girl in her late 20s trying to live like a healthy, balanced life, but also trying to juggle content creation, which does take up a huge portion of my time. And I guess the aim is to show you how I balance that. Sometimes I balance it really well, sometimes I don't. I try not to let either of my jobs eat into my life too much. I would consider myself like a fairly introverted person, so I don't have a super packed social life, especially not after work. It's just not like something I really enjoy. But yeah, I thought I'd take you along on this week. I work Monday to Thursday, so you'll get Monday to Thursday. Quite a few things planned and like structured in place for after work this week, which is why I thought it would be a good idea to show you this week rather than like a super boring week. I do like to film these videos when I've got a bit going on and like a plan in place rather than just me sat on the sofa 4 nights a week. It's a Monday, I'm due to finish very, very shortly. I just wanted to log on and say hello while there was still some light and do my intro. But yeah, so I'll check back in with you when I've actually finished work. It's 4 p.m, I finished work for the day. How was my day? My day was very busy, much busier than I was expecting it, if I'm completely honest. But I did get mostly everything I needed to get done, which is great. I'm out at a meeting tomorrow that is nearly all day and not at the office nor attending online, so I have to go to somewhere. So that's why I wanted to get everything done today. I'm anticipating that will take up a large portion of my day tomorrow. And while I'm not like an active participant in this meeting, so I can still do some work behind the scenes, I don't want to risk it leaving all the like high intensity concentration stuff to then. If I'm so real with you, I'm struggling for motivation right now. Not like in my day, but like after work motivation. I'm in like a phase of my cycle where I just feel really tired all the time. I'm trying to listen to my body as much as I can, but I also know that it really benefits me to be organized and ahead of things, and then I can just relax. It doesn't help as well that I'm a little bit behind on my editing for like content creation stuff. I say behind, I'm not behind. I am just on track, which is not really good enough for me. I like to be ahead so that I have this time in the evenings to not work. Then I decided to redeem rest on the weekend instead of editing on the weekend when I was meant to. So we're gonna do a little bit of editing tonight. Mondays is like quite a crucial day for me in content creation. So I'm gonna just pack up for the evening and then I'll be able to show you kind of what my schedule looks like. I started 2025 off on a really positive foot in terms of like scheduling, content planning, prepping, and just being ahead. So I'm trying to make this more of a consistent habit. Last year and at the end of last year, I was really to the wire with a lot of my editing and it made the whole process quite unenjoyable. So yeah, let me pack up, let me get situated, and then I can talk through with you my plan for the evening. All I really want to do right now is get on the sofa and play some Xbox or read, but we are going to try and be a little better than that this evening. I've got my delicious tea that I make when I finish work. I am very much a creature of habit. Sorry, this deodorant stain. Whenever I wear this top, I should just take it off, but like honestly, who can be asked? I've worked in it all day and it's been fine. It's clean, it's just got deodorant stain on it. My workflow for content creation is becoming a bit easier. It's becoming a bit more automated, which I'm really pleased with. So I'm going to show you this like newish system I have using Notion. One thing about me is I'm a very pen to paper girly. I feel like there's something very somatic about the writing that helps me get stuff in my brain and it helps me process. But unfortunately for me, it's not really conducive with being organized, and when content creation is like an entirely digital career, I feel like digitalizing some of this process has unfortunately been very, very helpful. I still do pen to paper for a lot of stuff, like my ideas, and especially if, let's say it's like the middle of my work day and I'm in office and I have some ideas come to me, I still always carry a notebook on so I can just jot them down, because I don't carry my personal computer with me all the time. But I was finding that I had so many random notebooks and bits of paper with like ideas in them, and I didn't have them consolidated in one place, and this is kind of what it is. So I use a Notion. I don't really love Notion. I'm not like an aesthetic person with my Notion. I love all of the Pinterest girls and like the people that make their Notion look as beautiful as it is functional. But for me, I'm a very function over fashion kind of person. But it does the job, and that's all I need it to do, to be honest. I'm gonna move you so you can see what I'm doing. It's quite telling, but on a Monday night, this is kind of what I do for the week. The first Monday of the week. I try not to do this on a Sunday because I think Sundays are like my day. So I'm hoping you can see this okay, but I have weekly goals. You can see I've done week 1, 2, 3, and 4, and I'll just copy and paste this into week 5. I have goals to upload this 4 TikToks a week. Last week was a 1 YouTube upload because I upload 6 videos a month. Practice flexibility when I work from home, practice yoga 2 times a week. These 2 goals I'm struggling to keep up with them if I'm honest, but I'm gonna try work on these this week. So you can see that it's done. I had 4 posted. I update this as I go, not every day to be honest, because it doesn't really work like that, but I did do my YouTube upload. That's been done. I can tick these off. I did this as well last week, but I didn't manage this, so I can mark this as done. What I'm going to do is move this into week 5 just to start the week fresh and restart them. I have a giant bank of my content ideas all siphoned off into social media platforms. So you can see I've got 39 in TikTok, I've got 23 in YouTube, there's loads. So this is where all my overarching ideas go. I tag them, whether they're easy, repeatable, time consuming. Time consuming is generally more chatty videos, and then repeatable tends to be stuff like what I'm reading, what I'm wearing, my outfit videos of the week. Product empties are obviously repeatable. These were ones that have been posted, which is great. This one got posted and I didn't mark it, so I'm just gonna mark it down as posted. 4 out of 52, that's my week 4. That was posted yesterday. Tea and a Sweet Treat has been edited and scheduled for tomorrow. So yeah, that's my bank of ideas, and then I have the same thing for YouTube. This feeds into a bigger content calendar, so you can see that this is this week. You can see everything that I've got scheduled. So I start my week on a Monday, even though that says Sunday, it's just easier for me to keep track of it that way. So that was posted this morning. This will be posted tomorrow. This will be posted on Wednesday. Video I need to change because I'm actually doing a different video to be uploaded on Wednesday. That can move to Sunday. And then I'm going to clear this because I haven't actually filmed this, but then my Friday always goes in. So actually at the moment I'm uploading about 5 videos on TikTok a week because I'm uploading my weekly roundup, which goes on, my week 4 of 52, 5 of 52, etc. That always goes up. My Friday, what I wore to work this week, always goes up. So really that's only 2 other videos that I have to upload. But you can see that I'm currently a week ahead. My aim is to film some videos this weekend that I can edit and put up for next week. So really it just kind of fills itself. January was a really good month for me. I have uploaded a TikTok literally nearly every day for the last 2 weeks, which I'm really proud of. A lot of it I could have just stuck with the 4 days a week and then had more videos for more in advance, but I figured I'm really enjoying posting. Consistency is key. As long as I'm posting 4 videos, I'm happy. And then my YouTube uploads will go in as well. I know that seems a little bit intense, but it's really helpful for me to have like a visual element that I can see everything and what stage of editing everything is at. I really struggle with my laptop, and like all the footage is obviously in my laptop, but the titling, the knowing where things are, I'm quite organized with that kind of stuff, but I find if it's not in one centralized place where I can see what status everything is, it's not worth it. So usually I bulk film. So for instance, when I film on a Friday, I film like 3 or 4 TikToks. I put all the footage on my computer, and then I can go into my Notion and say, look, this is filmed. When do I want to get this uploaded? And it's easier for me to then go into my SD card, go into my folders and find the footage from there. Because when I look at the footage in folder, obviously it's just a thumbnail of me, and I can't really tell what it is without watching the video unless it's something really obvious. So what's good right now is that I don't have any TikToks to edit for this week. They're all scheduled, they're all posted. Perfect. That's like the perfect thing for me. So that throughout the week, after work, Friday and the weekend, I can film a few bits and they just take me minutes to edit and I can just pop them up. So I know I want to film this evening a dish up dinner with me, and I can just probably edit that this evening or any time in the week. Ideas will come to me throughout the week, and then I can just go on my bank of ideas and choose. So as far as YouTube videos go today, I'm going to do some editing now. I'm pretty relaxed about it because it's not a long video and it's quite easy to edit. So I'm going to crack on with doing a bit of that now. Annoyingly, I can't film myself editing because I've run out of space on my laptop, so I'm editing straight off the SD card, which you're filming on currently. So I'm gonna have to unplug you and go offline, but I'm gonna try edit for maybe an hour. Honestly, if you're a content creator with a job outside of your content creation, I would really recommend having a central bank of places where you keep your ideas and your progress. I really used to struggle with figuring everything out and where everything lived and how to keep it all streamlined and keeping all my footage sorted, and that's really helped me. And I'm filming this, we're only just at the end of January, so I'm talking a pretty big talk for someone that's been consistent for a month, but to be that consistent for a month, for me, is really unusual. My editing process is really boring, but I'm gonna put some classical FM on in the background and just crack on with it, and I will let you know the time when I come back. It is 5:45. I've been editing for an hour and a half, hour and 20 maybe. I've made pretty good progress. I nearly completed my first pass. So when I edit, I do my first cuts, and then on the second edit it's just a rewatch, add things like titles, music, text. And usually, unless it's a really long, complex video, 2 passes is enough. But videos to this video, a 9 to 5, 5 to 9, that spans kind of over a few days of footage, I will usually do 3 passes, and the third pass is just literally a final watch, or if I feel that I've been quite distracted when editing, because sometimes I like to watch TV or have something on in the background. Sometimes I'm just not in the headspace to sit and do long stints of attention to detail work. So sometimes if I do that, I do a third pass. It's only 5:45, and realistically I could get this video done tonight, but I'm feeling a little bit tapped out. I think it's because I had quite a busy day at work. I think what I'm gonna do now is I'm literally just gonna watch some TV. I'm watching Mad Men at the moment, and do some admin-y bits on my laptop. So I need to respond to some YouTube comments, I need to respond to some TikTok comments, I've got a couple of email inquiries that I need to get back to. So I'll just spend half an hour doing that and decompressing a little bit. I'm freshly showered, my dinner is nearly all done. I was gonna plate up dinner with you, but I realised I'm gonna film a dish up dinner for TikTok, so I will just have to show you the finished product. My kitchen is uber messy because Doug's been meal prepping, and I was too hungry to wait for him to clean it up, so I'm just going around the mess. I'm not gonna show it to you right now because it's really truly something. I just filmed this for TikTok, so I'd imagine it will be up before this video is up, so you can go back and find it. But basically I made a Caesar salad, but it's not quite a salad. I'm really on a Caesar salad kick, but I wanted something a bit more filling because I just don't find salads filling. I eat them too quickly. Let me talk you through what we've got in here. Cavolo Nero sliced really thinly. Kale would be a good substitute, but I didn't want it. Pea shoot, vegan chicken tenders diced up small, roasted broccoli, some pearl barley, some coriander, some Caesar dressing, and there's something else in here, some cucumber. I did a bit of salt and pepper, and I'm just gonna add a little bit more Caesar dressing. I think it needs a squeeze of lemon for just brightness, but I don't have any lemon. Oh, and I added roasted butter beans for a little bit of texture as well, because I wanted some crunch. And I figured that might help be a bit more filling. So the filling elements really are the pearl barley, the broccoli, and the butter beans. Anyway, I'm gonna eat this and I'll let you know how it is. It looks kind of gross, but I'm just gonna eat it out of the bowl. Yeah, basically that was really delicious. I made too much, so I kind of underestimated how filling the pearl barley would be in it, and the beans and stuff. So I'm gonna cling film it up and save it for my lunch tomorrow. I mentioned earlier, but I'm not in office tomorrow. I'm at a meeting like at an external venue, but I'm gonna leave at lunchtime, so I'll just have this when I come home. And then it gives me an incentive to actually leave because I won't have any food with me. I'm gonna clean up the kitchen. I don't care to share with you how filthy it is right now, so I'll simply come back when it's done. Not to be like a bummer, but I'm really not feeling it. I'm very much premenstrual at the moment and I'm feeling a little bit on the mood swing side. I just feel like super shattered all of a sudden. I'm just like a bit moody. Like I don't really want to do anything. The night is young, it's like 8:30 and I thought like I could do some more editing. I don't know if anyone else gets this. I get like a bit morose at the start of the week. You know what, I'm going to talk myself out of it. I've had a great day, I've achieved loads. Nothing has gone wrong. Nothing bad has happened at all. It's been successful. I've been in a good mood. I am just a moody gal. I feel like most people find it quite difficult to believe that I'm quite a moody person. I'm not moody. I think I just have big feelings. I'm like actually okay. I don't know why I'm making this sound so dramatic. If you've got the blues, actually the perfect solution is to eat a plate of fruit in bed and drink a cup of tea while reading your favourite book. So maybe next time you get a little sad, you should try it. I've got really lovely new like pink brushed cotton bedding, like a terracotta-y pink colour, dusty pink, and we've put it with clean white sheets, like our waffle bedding. This is like waffly texture. I found this absolutely beautiful throw in the Marks and Spencer sale with tassels. It's probably more of like a sofa throw, but it just adds like a nice touch of colour, but it matches so perfectly, and it was only £11. I've got another blanket on because I get cold. But this is what I'm reading. I'm reading Deliver Me by Elle Nash. Oh, honestly, this bed is so comfy. It is a horror book. Let me turn the fan off because it's too loud. I'm about 100 pages in and it's quite good so far. Body horror, themes of pregnancy. I feel like horror and pregnancy and things like bursting out of you and growing out of you, like internal horror is so intense. And it has religious themes in it, and you know me, I love a religious themed horror book. But yeah, I think I'm going to read some of this. I haven't really wanted to read it like right before bed, but it's early enough that I can switch over to another book if it gets a bit much. These apples I've been buying from Ocado are like the best apples ever. They're called Magic Star. They're so crisp and sweet and like a bit tart. I wanted to dip them in the peanut butter that I like, but I couldn't be bothered to bring a jar of peanut butter into our bedroom. I'm going to settle down for the evening. I'm going to carry on reading this and I'm just going to try decompress a bit. So yeah, I'm going to just try switch off by reading a terrifying book and having some fruit and drinking a tea. But yeah, it's 9:15. I'm going to aim to go to bed at 10. I've washed my face. To be honest, I'm so tired. I'll be lucky if any skincare is getting done tonight. But that's okay. See you tomorrow. Happy Tuesday. How's everyone doing? I only saw you yesterday, saw the same video. How was my day? My day was actually very much okay. I had a good day today, no complaints here. I slept really badly in the end. I'm finding it really hard to get to sleep at the moment. I think I keep going on about PMS, but I get like quite bad. I don't want to say insomnia because that's a bit dramatic, but my sleep is affected by my cycle and I'm still not on. So yeah, I've been struggling to get to sleep, so I probably stayed up reading maybe a little bit longer than I should have last night, but only because I find it hard to get to sleep. So yeah, I had a nice relaxing evening after I logged off. I managed to decompress, but I probably didn't sleep till like 10:30, 11, and it wasn't like an easy descent into sleep, if that makes sense. You know, sometimes you just close your eyes and you're asleep. I woke up quite a lot and I was tossing and turning quite a lot, but that's okay. We're here now. We made it to the end of the day. I can't believe it's only Tuesday. What are my plans for this evening? Very, very shortly, I have Lucy coming over to do my nails. It has been, honestly, like 6 weeks of these nails. No chipping, no lifting, because she's a genius, but they just look fucking raggedy and I'm ready to get them off. They're actually like way too long as well. Like I'm really struggling to type, and I'm struggling to type like coherently, so I'm having to do like a lot of work again because I'm having to like spell check and go back through what I'm writing, especially when I'm like minuting for meetings and stuff and I'm having to type quite quickly. I am ready to get these completely taken back to short again. Lucy's my nail tech. She's self-employed, freelance, mobile-based tech in Brighton, which is great. She does travel a little bit. She's also a very good friend of mine, so she usually comes to my Friday night dinners and we've been friends for like quite a long time now, so that's really lovely. Nearly 5 years. So she's coming over. It'd be nice to have a catch up with her. For my nails, I think I'm gonna take it all the way back down, something quite simple. I feel like I get like this after I have like a heavy pattern or a print style. I just want to take it really back to simple, so we're just gonna go with a plain short square French with a chrome overlay, like a clear chrome. I have a gel kit and like Biab and have previously done it all myself, and Lucy is my friend, so I was like, I'll support Lucy's business. But my one rule for getting my nails done is I don't do anything that I could do myself. So that's why I always get nail art, and that's why I get French and chrome and stuff like that. So I'm getting a French today, and a French is as simple as I will ever go. You will not really ever see me getting one colour, just because I think like if I'm paying for it, which I am, I pay my friend, you should all pay your friends, I'll get something with a bit more zhuzh to it, because when I was doing mine, all I could ever just do was buy out and a plain colour because it was just so stressful. I hate doing my own nails. So yeah, Lucy's coming over. I'm quite hungry, so I think I'm gonna have a snack. She should be here like any minute now, so I'm gonna have a little snack. I need to put my camera on charge, and I just need to set up the lighting for Lucy because it gets really dark. But set up some lighting so she can see. I don't think I'll do much talking when Lucy's here because I quite like to just catch up with a friend, so it might be a bit of a montage moment, which I don't really love to do too many of them. Usually not fussed about no makeup on camera, but this specific lighting, I just can't get my beauty lighting right. Anyway, got my nails done, really pleased with them. They look so nice. I just went for a really clean girl baby pink French with like a chrome overlay on the top. I went quite short. I was gonna go shorter, but I thought I'll get sick of them quite quickly. So yeah, really pleased with them. It was really nice to catch up with Lucy as well, because I haven't really seen her since my birthday. So Lucy came over, we had a little catch up, she did my nails, and to be honest, we finished that at about like not even 6, maybe just at 6. Because we always have a little chat. And then me and Doug had a catch up, and I had a couple of snacks because I was feeling really hungry, and then I basically just like didn't really do anything. I was eating some hula hoops, and Doug and I started to have a conversation wondering how hula hoops are made, which ended up with us watching how it's made on YouTube, and then divulged into us watching, you know, that programme Inside the Factory on BBC iPlayer. So we spent like an hour doing that, and then I eventually decided to have dinner. I had the leftover like kale Caesar salad type thing that I made yesterday because I didn't end up having that for lunch today. And then before you know it, I'm like on the sofa absolutely shattered, and it's like 8 o'clock. And I realised that I hadn't filmed a lot of the evening. I thought Doug was busy tonight, so I was like, oh, I'll entertain myself and then I can film. But yeah, here I am, so I apologise for neglecting you. I did a load of washing, been chilling on the sofa and catching up with Doug really, and that's been a really nice evening. I did edit a couple of TikToks while I was on the sofa, which was nice. That felt productive to get done. And I've just sat down at my dressing table, and now I'm having a little tidy of it because it's chaos. I'm basically just getting ready for bed. I'm working from home tomorrow, and I'm probably going to work from home Thursday. I'm really enjoying working from home this week because it means I don't have a lot to prepare in the evening. So like I'm not taking lunches in. It just feels really manageable, especially when I'm feeling quite low energy. This is the Beauty of Joseon Glow Serum, Propolis and Niacinamide. I usually prefer the other one, but I bought the wrong one because the packaging looked quite similar. And I'm also going to use the Beauty of Joseon Retinol eye cream. I'm hoping to get some more reading done tonight. I think I can probably finish Deliver Me. I mentioned that I had quite a bad sleep last night, so I'm hoping for a better go of it tonight. This is the Drunk Elephant lip balm. This is quite good. I'm quite enjoying it, but lip sleeping mask by Laneige is still on top for me. That's just literally in the living room and I'm being lazy. 8 o'clock feels like it could be too early to go to bed. I don't know. I could be tempted to do some journaling, but also I don't like to journal too much late at night because I think I work myself up and get upset. I prefer to do it in the morning. I thought this would be a really interesting vlog. And I just feel like I've got way more time than I thought I had, and it's much more boring than I thought it was. That was the Aveeno night cream. I love this stuff, it's so good. I will say, as busy as I claim to be, I've had a pretty good run this week of getting into bed really early. So I'm going to finish Deliver Me this evening. I've got about 80 pages left. I'm not really sure how I feel about it yet. It's definitely delivering horror. It's quite gruesome. And I'm enjoying it, but I'm not like loving it. I need to see how it turns out. It's not good, it's not bad, but I think because I'm reading it quite quickly, it's just that happening to me when I read it. I've got a sleepy time tea from Pucker. And yeah, I will try come back with my thoughts on this when I finished it, if it's not too late. Happy Wednesday, it's 4 p.m, we're done for the day. I had a much better sleep last night than I previously had, and I woke up feeling actually quite refreshed this morning. I woke up on my first alarm, it was really nice. How was my day? My day was good. The pacing was a lot slower today. I managed to get on with a lot more bits like steadily at my own pace. I didn't feel rushed at any point, which was really good. It was quite a quiet day in terms of like emails and stuff because quite a lot of people were in meetings and I wasn't, so that was really nice. It is really rainy and grey outside today, which is so sad. It was beautiful sunshine this morning and now it's really rainy. I did manage to finish Deliver Me by El Nash last night. I'm not really sure how I feel about this. I need to like sit and think a little bit because I like finished it, went straight to sleep, and then woke up and went straight to work, obviously. I didn't not enjoy it. It wasn't bad, and it had all the makings of horror that I should have really enjoyed, like really enjoyed. And it did cram a lot of elements in, but I don't necessarily think they were misplaced. So like for instance, similar to Tender is the Flesh, we have this like abattoir setting. The main character works in like a meat packing facility where they like kill and dice up chickens. It's quite bleak. You have the boyfriend with the insect fetish, horrifying in its own right. You've got this pregnancy trope. Pregnancy and body horror often go hand in hand because, not to be reductive of pregnancy, but there's this genre of horror where it's like something is growing inside of you. It's what the whole Alien franchise is obviously founded on, is that something is living inside you ready to burst out. Oh no, like men find pregnancy and childbirth really scary. Typical. But anyway, women's bodies and horror. So there's the pregnancy element, there's the element of like slight Southern Gothic, the Pentecostal church, Southern religious values, Southern traditional family values. There's a lot of elements to this book, but yeah, it was very uneasy, and it's the first book I've read in a really long time that I made the active decision to stop reading it while I was eating because there's some really horrible stomach churning moments. I use this word a lot, but it is very visceral. It's very unpleasant. But did I like love it? I'm not really sure. I think if you want like a short horror read, it's worth a go. So plans for this evening. I do have plans for this evening, rather wholesome plans actually. So my dad is coming over. The day I'm filming this is actually the anniversary of my mum's death. If you don't know, now you know. My mum died when I was a child. I feel really comfortable discussing it. I feel very happily having a candid conversation about it. It's not a source of great stress to me, which seems weird to say. Like, of course it is in so many ways, and of course it has been, but it's not something that I ever shy away from talking about. Historically, as a family, we tend to discuss things quite candidly and quite logically, but we're not really a big commemorative, like emotional gathering type of family. And usually this day plods along. It's been a very long time, but this day just plods along. I'm not ashamed to say that there's been times that I've forgotten it. The day just passes without any kind of fuss. But I saw my dad last week, and weird thing, sorry, I'm like giving you my family lore. My stepmom's birthday is actually on this day, which is such a strange thing. So usually I just like do my own thing. My dad obviously and my stepmom would celebrate together, but they're actually separating. He wouldn't mind me saying. This is also strange. So I invited him around for dinner and said, well, why don't we sit and eat together as a family, because we don't often really do that for this date in specific, which I think will be really nice and really nice for him. And he said like the thing to do when you miss someone is to share stories about them. I was literally just saying how it's like a non-event for me, and now I feel like really emotional, but it's fine. I'm like the biggest crier in the world. I cry at literally like everything. So what I've done is I decided to make a macaroni cheese. I actually prepped it on my lunch because it doesn't take very long, and I put it into the oven to bake because Dad will be here at like 5ish, and I didn't want to be in the kitchen cooking and messy and all of that kind of thing. So me, Doug and Dad are going to eat together. He's going to bring over his lovely little border collie, Jerry. She's called Jerry because they had a cat called Tom, and then Tom rehomed himself. So now she's just Jerry. But she is the cuddliest, most gorgeous border collie ever. I'm going to do some garlic bread. I'm going to do a little salad. Dad's bringing dessert. I think it's really interesting to me to hear stories about my mum from my dad, because obviously I have like a child's perspective of her and not a very good memory. So like the memories I have are very limited. And I think when you're a child, you don't really know who your parents are as a person. Like, you know them as your parents, right? I feel like everyone has that moment when you realise that like your parents are people, they're not just your parents. So it's really nice to hear stories and like perspectives from my dad, because I think he knew my mum better than I did. Well, I don't know if that's fair to say, but in a different way, you know? Like, of course I lost my mother, but he lost his wife, and he knew her a lot longer than I did. And he has a different perspective of her. So yeah, I'm looking forward to that, and I think it's nice for Doug to hear as well, because I don't really have, trying to think, anyone in my life, anyone currently in my life, like friends, obviously family did, but I don't have anyone in my life currently that's like ever met my mum. So like none of my best friends. It's like a whole different part of my life. So interesting. Even like my childhood best friend, who I've known for like a really, really long time, we met actually just after my mum died. So like she has no scope of reference. She knows, like she's grown up with me, but like she hasn't obviously ever met my mum. So I think it's nice to have that sharing. This is my beautiful mac and cheese. It's ready to be baked. This will just basically go in the oven to like crisp up and heat up for like 15 to 25 minutes or so. And then I've got 2 of these like bake at home baguettes. I'm going to do some garlic butter for them. My YouTube video is ready to go up, which is really nice. I don't think I mentioned, but I hit 5,000 subscribers on YouTube. It will probably be, hopefully, be more by the time I post this video, but I couldn't believe it. I wasn't gonna say it, and then I was like, no, actually, it's so fine. But I'm actually so proud of myself. I feel like I've got a really precious and lovely, safe community in my little corner of the internet. I feel like we get on really well. I feel like there's no kind of animosity. We're all very respectful of each other's opinions. I'm really proud of the space I've created, and you should all be proud for the space that you've created as well. And as always, I will say a huge thank you to the silent viewers of YouTube, because having been a streamer on Twitch back in the day, having been a watcher of YouTube, having consumed content as well as creating content, I really do genuinely believe that silent viewers are the backbones of these communities. I see you, I know you're there. I also really roguely, I've been toying with this idea for such a long time as well, so I created an account today. I don't know if I'm going to do anything with it, but I created a Substack. I've been wanting to do a Substack for a while, and I don't know if it's giving myself too much work. But if you don't know what Substack is, it's essentially like an email newsletter. I've seen some really cool Substacks. I created it because I want to subscribe to some. I've got a couple of mutuals that do them. I see a lot of cool ones on TikTok. But it's basically a newsletter, and people write all sorts of stuff on there. I've seen lots of influencers doing like their monthly favorites, like just random thoughts on things like pop culture events. There's a lot of like actual businessy Substack newsletters. It's free. All you need to do is like sign up to your like chosen person's email. If I'm mistaken, you don't need an account to sign up to people's emails. Obviously, if you want to read them in the app or like on the website, I think you do. It's also like one of the only current platforms that's not owned by a massive billionaire, and people have full editorial control over their content. So that's also a huge benefit. But you can message, people can repost, people can comment. I mainly created it because I thought it might be a good place to post my Japan itinerary and like my thoughts and reviews once I'm back from Japan, because it's going to be such a huge itinerary. I don't really know where to post it other than YouTube, but I thought it might be a good place because then people can reference it back. YouTube the videos tend to go down and get lost, right? I thought it might be good for like my Japan itinerary when it comes around. I thought maybe it'd be a good place every now and then to do like roundups of my favorites. I know I do my book stuff everywhere, but a good place for book lists. The thing is, I don't want to regurgitate the same content in a different format. Those are the kinds of things that I often want to make YouTube videos for and then just don't get around to doing it. But like I could put links in there. I love writing and I love reading, so I've always wanted to do some writing on like my experiences or my thoughts on grief, but it never feels like there's an appropriate platform to put them because I really don't want to sit down and film a video about grief for YouTube. I just don't feel like ready to do that. But writing feels more intentional and it feels a bit more intimate, I think. I don't know, I'm really toying with the idea of it. I think I'm going to explore, subscribe to a few people's Substacks. You know, kind of like how I did that 2025 wellness habits video, like expanding on things like that. It's like an article based website, I guess. I'd be really interested if any of you think that that's something you'd want from me, because I'm determined to have it not be like a me echo chamber where I just talk about me and mine constantly, because no one wants to read that. Like I do want to add value to something. Yes, there's an element of me to it because I will share my learnings, my thoughts, my opinions, but I don't want it to just sound like a me influencer like narcissism machine. I shouldn't use the word narcissist because that's bandied around way too casually, but you know what I'm trying to get at. So yeah, if you have any ideas or like thoughts of what you'd like to see, one that I was thinking was my weekly report. I wouldn't do it like every week, but you know, if you've seen my Instagram post, I do this format. I didn't invent it, I saw it on TikTok. I don't know who the original creator is, but reading, eating, playing, obsessing, recommending, treating. I really like doing those Instagram posts, but I don't feel like I have one to do every week, so somewhere might be a good place for that as Substack. So yeah, anyway, let me know what your thoughts about that. If you have Substack, if you create, let me know. I'd love to read your stuff, drop it in the comments. I'm gonna make a cup of tea, I'm gonna chill out till my dad arrives. I can't promise that it will be a huge heavy night of filming because it's quite an intimate, oh my god, shouting, an intimate occasion, and I don't want to shove a camera in my dad's face, but I will show you some stuff. So there's been a power cut and the website says that it's aiming to be back on at like 10 or 11. So sad about the macaroni and cheese, but we are headed out, go find some sustenance. So it's 10 to 10, Dad's just left and he's taken the dog with him, which is really sad because she really wanted to stay. We ended up getting Thai food. I'm like really disappointed about the mac and cheese because I really wanted it. But we ended up getting Thai food delivered. We literally left the house, we were going to go somewhere else. We saw the power cut doesn't extend very far, so delivery wouldn't be ages, because our logic for not getting delivery was that everyone's going to be ordering delivery, but it's literally not all the houses around us. And it was really tasty, but I think none of us really enjoyed it because we just wanted macaroni and cheese. And the power's been out for like 4 hours now, which is fine, but we're really bored. One of our power banks is dead, but we have another. It's really not the end of the world, it's just boring. So we're going to go get into bed. I'm going to read my book. My Kindle luckily is charged, and we're just going to hope that it's back on tomorrow. I don't see why it wouldn't be. I just really want a cup of tea, and I don't want everything in the freezer to defrost, but it will be fine for like a day or two. But anyway, yes, I'm going to go to bed. I feel like this was a very uneventful evening for you, for the vlog. But yeah, I'll see you tomorrow. It's Thursday. It's finally the end of the week. The end of my week anyway. Sorry for everyone that's got a day left. You know those weeks where you feel like you made it literally like by the skin of your teeth? I made it to the end of the week, but at what cost? That sounds so dramatic because I don't think anything particularly stressful happened. I had a very busy last 2 weeks, to be fair. I'm just like glad to be out the other side of it. My hair is so greasy. I mean like busy at work. Oof. How was my day? My day was okay. My work day was fine. Good level of work, steady, plodded along. It's a little after 4. On Thursdays I usually finish a little after 4 just because I stay and wrap things up, but that's fine. I don't mind, I'm at home. The sun is shining and it's a really beautiful springy day. Last night was interesting. Power cut lasted till about 11:30. During that time as well, because we've got a combi boiler, I can't remember if I mentioned, we had no heating and no hot water. So that's fine because it really wasn't that cold. And I just ended up charging my phone off my work laptop because that was able to be turned on. It just meant I had like a huge pile of washing up to do this morning. There's like candles everywhere that I need to pick up. It just felt a little bit chaotic. It was quite nice and cozy, and obviously everything did come back on, but I was like half asleep by then. I baked the macaroni cheese at like 7 a.m. this morning and had it for breakfast. Only because, yeah, Doug's at his parents tonight for dinner. So obviously I'll have it for dinner, but I thought like it would be a shame because it's a massive macaroni cheese. It would be nice if he can take some for lunch. So I literally cooked it at like 7 a.m. and then portioned him out some for lunch and then had it for breakfast because it was hot and it was there, and I thought, why not? So I am gonna have some tonight as well. I ended up having my leftover pad thai for lunch, which was really tasty to be fair, but you know, and it's just like, it was a takeaway I didn't want to order and I didn't want to spend money on, so I like resented it. I felt like weirdly more emotional this morning when I woke up than I did yesterday, like on the day. So I had a little cry this morning. I think I'm just feeling a bit like PMSy, and obviously it's like a big day. So I just felt a bit like, you know, like the relief that that day's kind of moved on. It's interesting because after all this time, I never know how I'm going to feel, and it always surprises me because sometimes I feel very deeply, sometimes the day passes without much acknowledgement. So I think maybe it was a little overwhelming for me yesterday. I didn't really feel overwhelmed yesterday in the moment, but I think as someone that's maybe potentially a bit of control freak and someone that also loves hosting and cooking, and the kind of ritual of mealtime is very important to me, especially with my loved ones. In retrospect, I can see that I think things not going to plan unsettled me a bit, even though I did quite well with it in the moment. And you know, I'm very good in a crisis. Not that a power cut is a crisis, but I was like, okay, that's fine, we'll get takeaway. We had candles, we had ambient lighting, it was very nice. But I think this morning I was a bit like, well, that didn't go how I wanted it to go. But yeah, I'm feeling a lot better now. I'm feeling a bit like purged after having a cry this morning. I do look like a bit haggard as a result. I'm still wearing my pajama bottoms. I did get changed into a different top though. But yeah, we arrive at Thursday night, and I used to do this on a Friday, but it's a Thursday job now because Thursday's the end of my week. I always used to do something that was like my little Friday night routine, which is usually like a bit of work, a tidy, a shower, just sets me up for the weekend. I'm a big proponent of not doing too many chores on the weekend. I'd much rather do them in the week. So that's why I do my little like Friday night pickup, well, Thursday night pickup. I think it helps me feel organised. It helps me like decompress a little bit. It also means I feel like I can fully enjoy my day off without having to do loads of chores on my day off. In addition to my Friday night tidy, I will always edit my next day's TikTok. So on every Friday morning I post what I wore to work this week. And honestly, since I realised that I could schedule TikToks on my desktop, it's so much easier to just schedule it and do it the night before than have to wake up early. I usually wake up early on Fridays anyway because I treat Friday as like my content working day. I really just hate opening my eyes and the first thing I have to do is edit. And knowing that I have to do it against like a time push, I don't really like at all. I always try to schedule my videos to upload at 8 a.m. I don't know why, it's just like what I've done. It started from when I used to edit my videos on my walk to work and then upload them. That was so long-winded, but it means that I can edit tonight and then just schedule it for tomorrow. It's one less thing to worry about. I can just wake up when I wake up and crack on with my day. One thing I absolutely must get done this evening is my January reading wrap-up thoughts. So I'm going to be recording my January reading wrap-up tomorrow, and I like to have my notes for my books and my reviews and all of that written down before, especially if I've read a lot of books that month. I'm not going to lie, it takes me like an hour to collate all my thoughts. If I was sensible, which is what I used to do, I would put my thoughts in my notes straight away when I finish the book. But unfortunately, more often than not, I decide to just review them all in bulk at the end of the month. And this month I've read 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 books, which is a lot for me. So yeah, I'll be doing that shortly. It's 6 p.m. I had quite a good tidy. I felt like I had quite a good tidy. I didn't do like the bedroom or the bathroom or anything, but I like made the living room super cute and cozy. And then I just sat on the sofa for like 45 minutes scrolling TikTok. So that's where I'm at. Do I feel any more revitalized from it? Yes, I think I do. I just needed like some quiet brain time. I know TikTok is like the worst thing for quiet brain time, but I just wanted to chill. I'm gonna work on my reading wrap up because otherwise I'll never do it, and it takes me like honestly so long. So I'm gonna try at least start it and smash through it. If I can get like half of them done and then I can do the other half this evening, like a bit later, I'll be happy with that. I'll have a break to eat dinner. You know what? Yeah, I've gone into like weekend rot tired mode. It's macaroni cheese time. Oh my God, I just feel so tired. I've literally just been sat on the sofa doing those book reviews. Shut up. Oh my God, I've done 2 and it's taken me ages. It's because it sounds so stupid, but it's because I really have to like think about what I'm saying. Look how much macaroni and cheese we've got left. That's like 2 servings. There's easily like another 4 servings in here. I know it's a serve 6 recipe, but that's literally not the point. It's fucking rock solid as well. But yeah, I just really have to think when I'm doing those, and my brain's not really thinking right now. It's like 7:30, I didn't even realise, and I was like getting a bit hungry. This has gone a bit dry because usually I would make it and then cook it straight away, but the cheese like had time to soak into the pasta because obviously it was fucking left overnight. So it's gone a smidge dry, but that's fine. I was going to pack up some Vinted parcels and take them to the InPost locker because I listed some things on Vinted this week, but my mailing bags that were due to be delivered today have been delivered to an apartment building that's not mine, and I don't know which one it is, so I have to wait till tomorrow. I just go get some new mailing bags and like knock on some people's doors and stuff. Anyway, I'm going to eat my macaroni and cheese and put Mad Men on.